The hips or sacral chakra can easily become misaligned when we feel unsafe. For some, that feeling of being unsafe may stem from triggers of old trauma or experiences, and for others it might come about from everyday life experiences and challenges, like work, relationships, finance, health, anything that can be perceived as a threat to the uncertainty of our lives as we know them. When we feel unsafe, we clench up, we tighten, and become rigid. And the emotions we experience in that moment become stored in the hip space, blocking movement or even the energetics of the sacral chakra. When the hips are tight, we can feel lost, uninspired. Maybe we feel like we're in a creative rut or even have difficulty getting pregnant. I'm Sherlock. I'm so grateful you've found your way here to move your body and find a connection to the self. If you're finding value in this video already, please hit the like button. Once you've moved through the practice, if you find you have enjoyed the flow, I would love it if you subscribed so you don't miss any uploads. With movement to open the hip region, create space in the IT band, so as hamstrings and groin, we invite the process of release and surrender of any tension or discomfort. Let's meet on the mat. We'll begin by arriving in the body and arriving in our space on the mat. So sitting up nice and tall, ground down through the sit bones, really elongate the spine and lift up through the crown. Close down the eyes. And on the inhale, send the breath to the pelvic bowl, filling the torso like water filling a glass. Allow the breath to blossom and bloom into the collarbone, lifting the heart space. The exhale softens the body, the shoulders fall away from the ears, the navel draws toward the spine, and a gentle assist with the contraction of the pelvic floor. Just taking a few full Agni Raj breaths here. Begin to move into Samavriti, our equal inhale length to equal exhale length. As we breathe in, take the inhale for a count of 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, count of 6. Exhale, counting in your own mind, in your own space. Slowing down the breath. Slowing down the mechanisms within the body. Activating our parasympathetic nervous system. Signaling the body that it's time to slow down, come into our rest and digest state. Letting it know that it can let go of that fight or flight survival state. Equal inhale length to equal exhale. As you become familiar with the breathing pattern, take the gaze in and up between the midpoint of the brow and just slightly up. Taking the gaze toward our third eye. Maintaining that equal inhale to equal exhale. And just continue with this breathing pattern for the next minute or so, and I'll let you know when it's time to release. Allow the breath to return to its natural rhythm. And just become the observer of the breath. Do not alter it in any way. Become witness to the sensations throughout the body. And observe any movement of the mind. Slowly bow the head. Take a deep inhale, slowly flutter the eyelids open. Roll over the knees. Come to find Balasana Child's Pose. We'll move straight into a dynamic sequence. Breathing in, we're going to rise to all fours, lower the belly, lift the chest as we come into our cow pose. Breathing out, we're going to tuck the toes, send the tail to the sky, downward facing dog. Inhale, wave the body forward, lower the knees, lift the chest. Exhale, round and arch the spine, drawing the hips back to the heels, come back to child's pose. Inhale, rise, coming back to cow. Exhale, tuck the toes, sending the tail to the sky, downward facing dog, nice and slow. Breathing in, coming back to cow. Breathing out, arching the spine, drawing the hips back to the heels, come back to child's pose. Inhale, rise, move through that sequence a couple more times. Allow your breath to be the guide of any movement of the body. Letting go of the desire or sense that you need to follow the direction of my words. Each inhale fills the torso like water, filling the glass. Each exhale is guided by that gentle pelvic contraction, navel draws toward the spine. Slowing down the breath. Slowing down the movement of the body. As we come into our downward facing dog now, just take a moment to really set up in this posture. So spread the fingertips wide. The creases of the wrists are parallel with the top edge of the mat. Internally rotate the elbows toward each other, inviting the collarbone to open. Chest draws closer toward the thighs. Shoulder blades melt down the back. Micro bend in the knees. Gently draw the heels toward the earth. As you inhale, send the breath to the seat, lifting the tail up and back, drawing the chest a little closer toward the thighs. Exhale, navel draws toward the spine. Inhale, wave the body forward now as we build some heat. Come into a plank, whole body activation. One long line from the heels through to the ears. Exhale, engage the core, press into the palms. Send the tail back to the sky. Downward facing dog. Inhale, waving forward, come into plank. All of you, all of the time. Exhale, tail goes back to the sky, downward facing dog. One more time. Inhale, waving forward to plank, whole body activation. Exhale, tuck the toes. We're sending the tail back up to the sky, downward facing dog. Inhale, gazes to the top of the mat. Walk the feet between the hands. Fold forward, Uttanasana. Allow the head and neck to hang. Maybe the arms hang as well. Perhaps you grasp hold of either elbow very briefly here. Take a sway from side to side. See if you can keep the hips square. And as you sway the torso, you feel an opening through the IT band, the outer sides of the hips. Come back to find stillness. Forward fold. Breathing in, slowly rise, one vertebrae at a time. Allowing the head and neck to arrive last. Sweep the arms overhead, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hinging at the hips, folding forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, hands to shins. Find a nice long spine. So we're opening through the collarbone. So draw those shoulder blades toward each other. Gaze is on the ground or on the mat. Good. As we exhale, I'm going to send the right leg back. Lower the back knee. Breathe in. Sweep the arms forward. Rise into low lunge. Good. Inhale, lift and create space. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center. Rotate the torso to the left. Hook that right elbow on the outside of the left knee. Press into the palms. Opening through the collarbones, inviting the twist to go a little deeper. Drawing the navel away from that thigh. Breathe in, lift through the crown, create space. Breathe out, navel draws to spine. It's the lightness of the body, so we're not sinking into the mat. We're lifting the body away from the earth. Beautiful. Inhale, unwind from the twist, sweep the arms overhead. Exhale, frame the front foot. Step back into plank, whole body activation. Take an inhale, option to lower down knees, chest, chin, or you can draw the elbows to the side body, lower down halfway, chaturanga. Come to the tops of the feet. Inhale, push through the palms, upward facing dog. Thighs are away from the mat. Exhale, tuck the toes. Send the tail to the sky, downward facing dog. Inhale, send the right leg to the sky, three-legged down dog. Exhale, bring the knee to the chest. Step the foot between the hands. Build your foundation. So stack the back heel over the toes. Engage the back leg. Inhale, sweep the arms forward. Rise into crescent. Exhale, rotate the torso. Pivot the back foot so it's parallel with the short edge of the mat. Bend into the front knee. Send the right arm to the future, left arm to the past. Come into Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Gaze is over the front hand. As you inhale, extend the front leg, sweep the arms overhead. Exhale, bring the arms to shoulder height. Just pivot that front foot so its blade edge is parallel with the top edge of the mat. Lift up through the crown. As we exhale, we're going to hinge at the hips, send the tail back, fold forward halfway, engage the core. Beautiful. Exhale, folding forward a little deeper. Allow the head and neck to hang. Maybe you bring the palms of the hands to come in line with the heels. 90-degree angle with the elbows. If you're in a slightly more open body, perhaps the crown of the head touches the earth. Micro bend in the knees. Good. Inhale now. Rise to halfway, so just bring the hands underneath the face. Lift the spine, lifting halfway. Walk the hands over to the right. You're going to grasp hold of that right calf, ankle, or the outside edge of the foot with the left hand. Square off the hips, so draw the left hip back, right hip forward. Send that right arm up to the sky. Bend into that left elbow, and you'll find an opening through the side body, the left side body, as well as through the hamstrings and the groin. Gaze can go to the top hand. Spread the fingertips wide. Inhale. Exhale. How we approach these hip openers can be a mirror for how we approach challenges in life. We need to find here a sense of softening, surrender. Beautiful. Release that top arm. Come back to center, hands underneath the face, finding that half lift. Engage the core. Bring the hands to the sacrum. Lift the torso, come back to standing. Pivot that front foot to the front of the mat. Roll up onto the ball of the back foot as you bend into the front knee. Sweep the arms overhead, rise back into crescent. Exhale, step forward, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center, Samastiti. Good. Lower the hands, inhale, sweep the arms overhead, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hinge the hips, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, draw the hands to the shins, nice long spine, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, we're going to step that left foot back, lower the back knee, breathe in, sweep the arms forward, rise into low lunge. Lift the torso. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center. Rotate the torso to the right. Hook the left elbow on the outside of the right knee. Press into the palms, lifting the torso away from the thigh. Use the breath to maintain the pose. Where the mind goes, energy flows. So what does this posture look like for you? Where is the mind going to send the energy? Inhale, breath rises from the seat, opens through the collarbone, lifting the body away from the earth. Exhale, navel draws toward the spine. Breathing in, unwind from the twist, sweep the arms overhead. Breathing out, frame the front foot. Step back into plank, whole body activation. As we exhale, we're going to lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, come to the tops of the feet. Push through the palms, upward facing dog. Shoulder blades melt down the back. Exhale, tuck the toes. Send the tail to the sky, downward facing dog. Breathe in, send the left leg to the sky, three-legged down dog. Breathe out, bring the knees to the chest, step the foot between the hands, build your foundation. Inhale, sweep the arms forward, frame the face, rise into crescent. Take 3 full Agni Raj breaths here, nice and strong. The inhale lifts the body away from the earth. The exhale draws the navel to the spine. On the next exhale, rotate the back foot so it's parallel with the short edge of the mat. Send the left arm to the future, right arm to the past, Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Shoulder blades melt down the back, engage the core. Inhale, extend the front leg, sweep the arms overhead. Exhale, bring the arms to shoulder height. Pivot that front foot so it's parallel to the top edge of the mat. Breathe in, create space. Breathe out, hinge at the hips. Send the tail back. Lower the hands underneath the face. Folding forward halfway, nice long spine. Draw the shoulder blades toward each other. Exhale, release into the fold. Allow the head and neck to hang. Remember the micro bend in the knees, creating more space for the spine. Inhale, halfway lift. Walk the hands over to the left. Grasp hold of the left calf, the ankle, or the outside edge of the foot with the right hand. Square off the hips. Allow the torso to fall into the fold. Send that left arm up to the sky. So pulling back in that right hip, forward with the left, bend into that right elbow, and you'll find an opening through the right side body as well as the groin and the hamstrings. Remembering how we approach our hip opening postures is an indication of how we approach challenging life experiences. We need to find patience. We meet ourselves with clarity and courage and composure in every moment. You can release that top hand, come back to center, hands underneath the face. Nice long spine. Engage the core. You can bring the hands to the sacrum. As we inhale, we're going to lift the torso, come back to standing, pivot that front foot so the toes are pointing to the front end of the mat. Bend into the knee, rise up onto the ball of the back foot as you sweep the arms overhead. Exhale, step forward, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands to heart center, Samastiti. Good. Lower the hands. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead, Urdhva Hastasana. Moving through our practice with purpose and intention. Exhale, folding forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, hands to shins, inflate the back. Exhale, frame the feet. Step back, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, send the right leg to the sky, three-legged down dog. Exhale, we're going to bring the knee to the chest. We're just going to rest that knee behind the right wrist. Allow the shin to fall to the earth. Now the shin might be at a 45-degree angle to the top of the mat. Maybe it's more parallel. If it's more parallel, that's more advanced. You might be in a slightly more open body. We're just sending that back leg out towards the middle of the mat as we square off the hips. And if you notice that the right hip isn't quite able to touch the earth, maybe you can pop a block or a big thick book underneath that hip, just to give you a little more space. Breathing in, lift up through the crown. Breathing out, we're going to walk the hands forward. Come to the elbows. You can allow the head and neck to hang here. And if you're in a slightly more open body, you can walk the hands out further towards the top of the mat and over the edge. And just allow the heart space to draw a little closer towards the earth. Forehead might meet the earth too. With the hips being the storehouse of our emotions and experiences. When we breathe into those spaces in these forward folds and twists, we find the courage to embrace any changes with kindness and compassion. It's in that acceptance that we are able to see the beauty of the constant evolution of our mind and body. Breathing in, we're going to walk the hands back towards the shin, lifting the torso. Press into the palms, tuck the back toe, lift the hips, come back to downward facing dog. On the next inhale, send the left leg to the sky, three-legged down dog. Exhale, bring the knee to the chest. Lower that left knee behind the left wrist. Allow the shin to meet the earth. Square off the hips as you send the right leg out towards the middle of the back of the mat. Breathing in, lift up, create space throughout the spine and the torso. Breathing out, walk the hands forward. Come to rest on the elbows. And allow the head and neck to hang. If you want to remain here on your elbows, maybe pop a block or some pillows underneath the forehead, just to find a nice extension from the earth closer towards the forehead. Or you can bring the heart space closer towards the earth as you walk the hands further out. Pigeon pose can be quite an intense experience for some. Just notice what comes up for you here. You can remember that whatever we're feeling, there isn't a feeling in the world that lasts forever. So again, when we find the courage to embrace those challenges and changes that come our way, we can find that clarity, more courage, the composure in every moment. As we inhale, slowly walk the hands back towards the hip. Shift the weight into the left hip. Swing that right leg around. I'm going to come straight onto the back. Soles of the feet meet the earth. Knees point to the sky. Press into the feet. Lift the hips. Shift them over to the right just a little bit. Send the left leg out long. Draw the right knee across the body using the left hand. Extend that right arm out to the side. Gaze follows the right arm. Shoulders. Find that connection with the earth. We use the breath to open and expand and create spaces throughout the body. The exhale softens the body, surrendering, giving us more permission to let go. Close down the eyes. Really find and reconnect the breath to the body here. Feel into those sensations within the body. Gently unwind from the twist. Soles of the feet meet the earth, knees point to the sky. Press into the feet. Lift the hips, shift them over to the left just a little bit. Extend that right leg out long. Draw the left knee across the body. Extend the left arm out to the side. Gaze follows the left arm as the shoulders find connection with the earth. Slowing down the inhale. Slowing down the exhale. And just as life has its twists and turns and ups and downs, we'll find that our asana practice and our postures will do the same. Finding that acceptance for change helps us again find that beauty in the evolution of the body and the expansion of the mind. Slowly unwind from the twist. Extend the legs out long. Feet about hips width apart. Allow the feet to fall to the edges of the mat. Rest the arms beside the body, palms facing up. Tuck the shoulder blades underneath the chest. Draw the chin away from the chest, encouraging the natural curve of the spine. And begin to relax the muscles in the face. And become aware of the breath. Notice that the inhale and the exhale are no different to the ebb and flow of the ocean's tide. The mechanisms of the body are no different to the mechanisms of the earth. Each inhale creates life. Each exhale invites release, surrender, healing. Bring your awareness back to your breath. The inhale and the exhale likened to the natural flow of the ocean's tide. Begin to find movement in the fingers and the toes. Sway the head and neck from side to side. Roll to your most comfortable side and just observe ever so briefly. Slowly rise to a comfortable seat. Eyes remain closed. Take a deep inhale, sweep the arms out and up, and just draw in the energy of this practice. Cup that energy in the palms of your hands as you bring them to meet, and allow them to float to the heart space. Thumbs find a connection with the heart as you sense deep gratitude for your body, for your mind, and for your breath. The light in me sees and honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you for joining me for your flow today and for allowing me to guide you through that practice. I hope that you found a sense of release, a sense of surrender, and just know that if you're feeling lost, angry, frustrated, agitated, come back to this practice at any time. Move into the hips, really embody those experiences, and you'll find a sense of release and relaxation. Until next time, keep making magic in this world from your space at your own pace, because that's what the world needs. Namaste.